Hello everyone, this is Sir Brian Orlasan Cordova and welcome back to another calculus class. And today's topic is higher order derivatives. So ang higher order derivatives ay yung mga susunod pang level ng derivatives. So we have the first derivative which is yung pagsasolve natin ng derivatives ng any functions. And we have second derivative. If y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function, then its derivative is f prime of x. And it is also a function. So kung function yung first derivative, so yung first derivative na yon is also differentiable if we can differentiate f prime to get a new function of x denoted by f double prime. And that f double prime is the derivative of f prime. So we call that as the second derivative of f because it is the derivative of the first derivative. So yung mga notations, we have f double prime of x, d squared y over dx squared. So we have the second level of derivative, so second level differentiation, or the derivative of y in terms of x. Also, with derivative of y prime in terms of x, or equal lang sa y double prime, or capital D squared f of x, or d squared f of x in terms of x. So may subscript na x. So we can interpret the second derivative as the rate of change of the slope of the tangent to the graph of y is equal to f of x at each point. So each point na tinatraverse natin dun sa graph ng function, so nag-change yung slope. And that second derivative is the rate of change ng slope. The third and the nth derivative. So if y double prime is differentiable, so since define kanina na function din siya, its derivative y triple prime is equal to the derivative of y double prime or the derivative of the second derivative in terms of x. Ito yung mga notation, d cube y over dx cube. It is the third derivative of y with respect to x. And we have the nth derivative, we have y super n. So yun yung basa dun. This is the derivative of y super n minus 1. Ibig sabihin, binawasan lang natin ng isang level ng differentiation. Ito. And yun yung kukunin nating derivative. So equal lang sila. Or d raised to n y over dx raised to n. Or ganito, d raised to ny, and this denotes the nth derivative of y with respect to x for any positive integer n. So yung mga notations natin, ito yung mga basas. We have y prime, y double prime, d squared y by dx squared, y triple prime, y super n. So yun yung basa ko kanina. D to the n y over dx to the n. And d to the n. So, yun. So, let's have an example. So, the first four derivatives of the function y is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2 are the following. So, the first derivative niya, so derivative natin yung each term lang. So, this is by sum rule. So, yung first term is 3x squared. So, we have 3 times x. 3 minus 1 is 2. So we have 3x squared. And 2 times 3 is 6. So we have negative 6. Then ito ay x na lang. And yung positive 2 would become 0 for its first derivative. Second derivative, the derivative natin yung first derivative. So we have 2 times 3 is 6. So x na lang yun. And we have a constant multiple. So yung constant na lang matitira. So we have 6x minus 6. Third derivative, so we have y triple prime. So yung constant multiple na lang matitira dito. So we have 6. And the fourth derivative, since constant na lang yun, this will become 0. And the next higher derivatives na kasunod ng fourth derivative ay all 0. So all polynomial functions have derivatives of all orders. Since pwede natin kunin yung nth derivative, that will become 0 lang din since 0 yun. Since ang polynomial functions ay naka by terms, so unti-unti nating makukuha yung derivatives ng bawat terms, and in the end, yung mga higher derivatives niya ay 0 na lang din. Example number 2, we have find d squared y by dx squared if 2x cubed minus 3y squared is equal to 8. So, hanapin natin ay yung second derivative. So, the first thing na kailangan natin to find the second derivative is to have the first derivative. Since this is a implicit function, so implicitly defined function, hindi siya naka in terms of x, and hindi rin natin basta-basta mai-solve yung y in terms of x. So, as a solution, use implicit differentiation to find the first derivative. So, y prime is equal to dy over dx. So, differentiate natin both sides. We have derivative of 2x cubed minus 2y squared is equal to derivative of 8. So, we have 3 times 2, we have 6x squared. 3 and 2, 6 pa rin. Then, yung function y times the derivative of y in terms of x or the first derivative. So, we have y prime. And derivative of a constant is 0. Transpose natin yung 6x squared. We have, so this will become 6y prime is equal to 6x squared. Then divided in both sides by 6y. We have 6y. So cancel out 6. So what will become is y prime is equal to x squared over y. So ito na yung ating first derivative. Now to find the second derivative is we differentiate this function since this is a function pa rin. So as long as y is not equal to 0 since nasa denominator yon. Since this is a quotient, so apply quotient rule to find the second derivative. So we have y double prime is equal to derivative of x squared over y. Quotient rule, we have derivative ng upper, so 2x, then times yung baba. So ito yung low de high or lower times derivative of higher, so 2x na lang yon, minus high, x squared, and derivative of low, so we have y prime, over low, or y squared. And simplifying this, we have 2xy over y squared. So, canceling 1y. So, we have 2x over y na lang minus x squared y prime over y squared. So, we have x squared over y squared times yung y prime. Then, substituting yung y prime. So, tatanggalin natin yung naka first derivative na function. So, substitute natin, para ang matitira na lang is yung variables x and y. And yung second derivative would not be in terms of another derivative. So, we have y prime is equal to x squared over y. So, substituting that, we have 2x over y minus x squared over y squared times x squared over y. Then, multiplying this, we have 2x over y minus x to the fourth over y cubed. So, ganun lang. So, we can use implicit differentiation whenever it is implicitly defined. And the higher order derivatives, derivative of the derivatives ng function. So, that is, i-derivative lang natin yung bawat derivative na function na meron tayo. Okay, and that's all for this lesson. Bye.